obviously have some history at TPC Scottsdale, 4 top 10 finishes, a runner-up, and of course last year, big victory over Tony. So what about TPC Scottsdale? You know, the history of it, the history of the Thunderbirds, the history of the tournament, the golf course. You certainly play well there. What is it for you?
If I could pick a golf course for me, it would be a firm golf course that I think on any given day you can go shoot a low score, but if you're a little bit off, you know, it'll bite you. And I feel like that's TPC Scottsdale. What you guys do, the Thunderbirds, for charity, for, you know, the local businesses. I mean, it's an amazing accomplishment. I feel like every year what you guys are able to do for the city of Scottsdale, for the state of Arizona, all the charities you're involved with. So I love being a part of that. I mean, it's so big. It's bigger than the actual 72 holes we play. And honestly, the buzz of that tournament, not only leading up to it, but how everybody talks about it. I'm a member here at Quail Hollow. People, besides like the Masters, they want to hear about Waste Management Phoenix Open.
Yeah.
They've heard rumors, they've heard stories, they watch it, they just want to be a part of it. And I love that kind of buzz. You know, to get a couple 100,000 people on site in one day is so fun as a player. And so I feel like the crazier it is, bring more people in, more noise. I feel like for me, it helps me to zero in a little bit and focus a little better. And so you have many opportunities during that week to have to focus and block everybody out. But it's a great week for fans, for viewers on TV, for players. Y'all have done an amazing job.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that, and that's a pretty good summary for sure. You in 2018, you won the Players Championship. You're in a fairly exclusive group with that win, and then, as we affectionately call the Waste Management Phoenix Open, the People's Open.
That's right.
Are there what similarities are there between the two tournaments for you?
I mean, I think it starts with the golf course. I love showing up at a tournament where I'm very familiar with the golf course and how the golf course is. Most people will be like, they're not similar at all, but I think they really are, because TPC Sawgrass, TPC Scottsdale, there's a lot of options off the tee. Some guys you'll see hit hybrid on the first hole or even iron. Some guys will hit driver and just send it down there. You have a lot of that all day. You know, number 10 is a hole I think about. Some guys will hit driver and try to hit it over the bunkers, or, even right of the bunker, hit, into hopefully they don't hit anybody, but there's usually some opening, from the crowd, or guys will hit iron down the middle and play it more conservatively. So they both have that feel of, giving a player different options kind of all day. And then also there's just prestige with both tournaments. Both tournaments have big history. Both tournaments get great fields. I mean, the World Golf Ranking System, gives a certain amount of points each week. Obviously, the players kind of gets a designated 80 points for the champ, but Waste Management Phoenix Open is one of the biggest non-major fields we have all year. And I think, honestly, what you guys have going for you, that time of year, it's perfect weather. And so I think guys will commit to tournaments for many different reasons, but I think great weather, knowing that it's not going to rain most years, is another reason why people want to come.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's pretty tough to beat Scottsdale in late January, early February for
That's
sure.
Right.
So let's take you back to last year, or our tournament, not quite last year, but 12 par 3, yeah. And we worked hard this year to really kind of spread out the fans.
Yeah.
There's a concentration, obviously, with the finishing holes, and really now starting with 15, all the way through to 18, and right. We are very conscious. The Thunderbirds are of our general admission fans, right? And so we want to cater to them and continue to make sure that the families get to go out and watch good golf and have a really nice place and nice venues to do so. So we built a massive platform out there at what we called the Ridge, on the Ridge, right? Huge, and just really great views of golf. 12, 13, I think 6 on the other side. And so you went out on Saturday and aced 12. What did that feel like, and what does that compare? How does that compare with other memories or circumstances on the tour for you?
It's definitely my favorite hole one I've ever had. It's funny when you watch the highlight. I hit it and I watch it for a little bit, and then I just quit watching. I pick up my tee, and everybody thinks, "Man, that was awesome! Like, you knew it was good." And I'm like, "Well, no, The reason I picked up my tee is because I'm 35. I'm getting older. I'm losing my eyesight. I can't see the ball. When it landed, it's so bright out there in Scottsdale, I can't see it. And so when I saw it land, I knew it was on the green. And so what's the point in continuing to try to find it? I just started picking up my tee. Well, with what you guys have done with the Ridge, there's so many people and they're so loud that they'll tell you everything you need to know
Oh,
about
yeah.
it. So I'm just listening.
Sure.
Well, I thought I was going to be 15, 20 feet short. It hit 7-iron. It wasn't quite enough club, but I knew it would get to the front part of the green. Well, the crowd starts getting excited, and I'm like, wow, this ball is really releasing. And they get louder and louder, and then they go nuts, and I knew it went in. And I was shocked it got to the hole. I was playing with Bubba and Xander Schauffele. We had already had a blast of a day. Everybody's playing good. Bubba's talking smack.
Yeah.
So I make that hole in one. The next hole, Bubba makes eagle on 13. So I went eagle on 12. He went eagle on 13. And as he's picking his ball up out of the hole on 13, Xander's putting his ball down from like 4 feet for birdie. And Bubba just kind of winks at me and says, man, who hadn't made eagle today? And and Xander's like, come on, man.
Yeah, really?
And so it was a fun kind of 30 minutes playing with friends. And then, I mean, for every play on the PGA Tour, if you could pick one hole to make a hole in one, it would be 16, obviously, at Phoenix. Of the whole tour season, you can throw 17 at Sawgrass up there as a good one, but 12 at Scottsdale is not far behind it now because of what you guys have done with the Ridge. I mean, it's so loud.
So let's talk me through the final stretch at TPC last year. You had a bogey on 15, right? And then rebounded, and then birdies 17 and 18, and then obviously the playoff. What was your mindset after that bogey? And you know, how did you you know, you're obviously very resilient and kept your wits about you. Just talk me through that.
Yeah. So when I hit in the water on 15. Off the tee, and Tony striped it down the middle. He had a 2-shot lead or a 1-shot lead at the time. And I'm thinking, okay, you know, after 15 or before he putted for birdie on 15, I'm thinking, man, if he birdies this hole, I'm 3 back with 3 to go. It's going to be hard to close that gap. Well, he didn't get up and down from the bunker, or maybe he was over the green. I can't remember, but he made par. So I walk off, I'm 2 back. And I thought, you know, I'm still in this. Well, we both par 16. I hit a good drive, kind of on the right fringe, 2 putted for birdie. So I walk off the green. He ended up making par. I'm 1 back with 1 to go. It was funny. I didn't know what club I was going to hit on 18T. Because for the Bombers, they hit driver. If they pull it, they carry the water. If I pull it with driver, I'm in the water. I kind of made up my mind. Whatever Paul thinks, I'm going with. I'm indecisive. Hopefully he's decisive. So I said, hey, what do you like here? You know, and he looked at me like I asked a dumb question. And that was just an experienced caddy trying to give me confidence. He goes,
confident, yeah.
He goes, it's a 3-wood. I mean, what other club is there? Like, okay. Well, I'm glad you're confident because I'm not. And so I hit it down the middle. Tony hits a beautiful drive in the right first cut. I hit an okay wedge shot, 15 feet. And he hits a beautiful wedge shot, a really tough wedge shot to about 7 feet. And at this point, what I'm thinking as a player is, obviously I have to make it. Even if I make it, he can still make it. Hit the best putt you can. When I made it, I'm like, okay, I gave myself the best chance birding the last 2, and then he misses. And a couple thoughts came into mind. One, you know, I was in a playoff against Hideki in 17. This is a great chance for me to kind of get some redemption from that playoff loss. And also, my playoff record was 1-5.
In 17, you guys, I feel like you played a couple holes in 17, right? Maybe 3.
Yeah, we went 18, 10, 17.
Yeah.
Or maybe 18 twice.
It was 18 twice, then 10, then 17.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, it happened so fast. Since we were the last group, we signed our card, went right back at it, and I basically played the same hole. Hit it in the same spot off the tee. My second shot a little closer, and then when he missed his 20-footer, I had this putt to win. And when it went in,
for the win.
You know, you see me on the video, kind of take a deep breath. Just because I played well in 19 through the year, but I didn't get a win, and you never know when wins are coming.
Sure.
At that point, it was like, wow, tournament's over. This is amazing.